Do you ever have those moments in life where you think to yourself, I'm just not wired right? Welcome to the Escarpment. This channel is all about my model railway build. In today's video, it's all about when wiring gone bad. In just a moment, I'm going to take you over and show a pretty major stuff up that I did on the wiring. Now, this all centered around my reversed loop up here on level 3. In actual fact, I've got a couple of reversed loops in the one circuit. One being the main line and the other being the coal loop. So I'm going to do something differently in this video today. I'm going to take you up there and show you a full loop of the main line. In actual fact, you're going to be at the back of the train looking from behind. And then I'll come back at the end and talk about what's next. So let's head off over and I'll show you this cock up. Let's start where the issue started. So across the 4 tracks here, they've all been insulated from the bus on the northern end. Then of course, from this point onwards, it's all going to be on a new reverse loop bus. So what has happened is, you can see there, I've got the diagram on the back, the track bus color code, and you can see that in this area here, the tracks or the rail closest to you is going to be wired to the red wire. Now, this is where my issues started. You see, I decided to lay all 4 tracks as I progressed up to the southern end. As some of you may have already picked up, this is the coal line here, and that loops around and then comes back where you can see that loco there. And it loops back on itself. And same as the main lines here. So this one goes down and then loops back coming down on this rail here. If I'm wiring all the tracks like that diagram there, I'm actually going to have a short circuit. That's what basically happened. So I got to a point where I was laying all 4 tracks all the way down to the southern end down here. Now at this time I'd stopped basically the coal line here. This coal line went up to about there, and then I progressed with the main lines. I sort of stopped this one over here somewhere and then continued with this line all the way there. You can see, looped it around underneath, and then when I came up to the track to connect, I noticed the wires were back to front, and that's when the penny dropped. So I thought to myself, no worries, what I'm going to do is put a couple of insulators in there. It's okay, the reverse loop will switch it for me. Well, no. You see, you can't put a reverse loop within a reverse loop unless you've got 2 separate controllers, which I don't. I've got the one reverse loop controller doing both the main and the coal loops up here. So, where does that leave me? So, I've got a bunch of track at the back here that are both wired incorrectly, where basically the red should have been on the back rail. So I was sort of thinking to myself, okay, well, I'll get some heat shrink tube, I'll get black and red, I'll put it on and I'll change the wires around. And I thought, nah, you know what, that gets too expensive. So I had some black and red paint, and I decided, you know what, let's just paint those impacted wires. So I painted the black wire red and the red wire black. Now looking underneath, and I might show better up this end where I don't have the LED infrastructure in the way just yet. Those wires over there, repainted. And really it's just for maintenance moving forward, so you just want to make sure you keep everything consistent. So that's what I ended up doing. I just painted the incorrect wires and switched them with black paint and red paint. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that ride. I've actually do have the coal line completed as well, but I won't be showing that in this video. That'll be for another video in the future. Also over there, part of that wiring stuff up, hopefully you've learnt what not to do, especially when you decide to lay all your tracks at once and you've got a couple in there that actually loops back on themselves. But anyway, lessons learnt. As mentioned in the last video, there's still a hell of a lot to do here. I'm actually going to start probably some fascia up there on level 3. I'm going to make a start on the floating helix fascia. You see, I'm actually on 6 weeks holidays and I'm now into my 2nd week. Last week I sort of took my wife away and we just had a bit of a break. Unfortunately, I won't get all that time up here in the train shed. I mean, I'll try, but you know. But anyway, until next time, bye for now.